What's up, guys? I wanted to make a video here. I wanted to share something that is so cool. This is just amazing. I got this. I saw some of this explained by Pastor Daniel Mesa. You guys should really check him out on YouTube. He's got his website, revelationwithdaniel.com, and you can check him up on YouTube, Pastor Daniel Mesa. It's incredible, but I got to go over this with you guys. It's about the 144,000 in Revelation. Now, I just saw this, and it's amazing, okay? Now, if you look in Revelation 7:4, John says, "And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel." Okay? Now, we know God's church is Israel. That's Old Testament, New Testament. It's all one church. The angels are a part of it. This is God's church is Israel. Okay? Paul tells us that we are a Jew inwardly. It's about the heart. That's what it comes down to. It's not about our nationality or how we're born or nothing like that. We're all, if you're of Christ and of God the Father, then you are a spiritual Jew. Okay? But anyways, I wanted you guys to check this out. Now, it's 144,000. And from what I can tell, I think this is explaining the measurements of the city. Though this is incredible. Wait do you guys see this? Okay, let me go on my note. I made a couple notes here. Alright, think about this, you guys. The 144,000, from what I can tell, are calculated by the measurements of this city, which we know that we are the living stones that make up the construction of the building. God's people are the stones of the building. We make the building. God's people. God's kingdom, it's his people. Okay? So if we're saved, then we're a living stone that's going to be put into the building. Okay, so as we're thinking about that, check this out. And we're going to go through these verses here in a minute, but I wanted to show you this. In Revelation 21, God talks about the length, the breadth, and the height. And I want you guys to... Actually, we're going to look at that verse real quick. It's in Revelation 21:16. Well, first, 1 Kings 6:7. 1 Kings 6:7. I just want to show you this. And the house, this is Solomon when he was building the temple in the Old Testament. He was building the temple, okay? And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone made ready before it was brought there, so that there was no hammer, nor axe, nor any tool of iron heard in the house while it was in building. So as Solomon's building this temple up above, it was down below, the stones were being cut and chiseled and carved. It was all happening below. But when it was time to take that stone to put it into the building, they brought it up and it was ready to be placed. That's like us. We're on the earth. We're cutting away all of our sins, and God's using hammers and nails and tools on us to get us right. And then, so when he comes, when we enter into the kingdom, we are going to be stones that are made ready, because we have been made ready from the earth, from our experiences on the earth. I wanted to show that to you because that's so cool. So we're going to be stones that are made ready to enter into heaven. Okay? Now let's get back to the city. Let's look in Revelation 21:16. This is key. And it says, and the city is talking about the New Jerusalem, okay? And the city lieth foursquare, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs. That's key right there, you guys. The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal. Okay, so think about this city. It's four square. It's got four corners, okay? Now notice at the end of that, he mentions the length, the breadth, and the height. All equal. So three things: the length, the breadth, and the height. This is incredible, you guys. It's 4 square, so the length has 4 corners. The breadth would have 4 corners, and the height would have 4 sides. You would have or 4 walls. Okay, so you got 3 sets of 4, 4, 4, and 4. Well, that equals 12, correct? Okay. If you take the 12,000 furlongs that he mentions and he times it by 12, it comes out to 144,000. All the people that are going to be in heaven, it's going to be much more than 144,000. This is just, from what I can tell, it's a symbolic number. But it's talking about the population of the citizens of New Jerusalem. Isn't it incredible? That's what it's describing. That's why God mentions it that way. When I first heard that, I'm like, whoa, man, I couldn't believe it. It was just fascinating to me. So, and it makes perfect sense. Everything fits perfectly. So that's why it's the 144,000, because it's the population of New Jerusalem. All the people. Each person is a stone that is in the building that makes up the building. It's just incredible. When I first saw that with Pastor Daniel Mesa, like I said, and I've never heard that before. And everything, it makes perfect sense. And it's all right there in the Bible. So, I can't get over it. And let's look at Revelation 29. I wanted to mention this. It says, and they went up on, this is talking about after the second resurrection, when we're in New Jerusalem. Okay, it's after the 1,000 years, and the wicked humans, Satan and all his angels, are going to come up, and it says they went up on the breadth of the earth. Okay, and they compassed the camp of the saints. They encircled the camp with military precision. I mean, Satan's got all the conquerors and kings and warriors of all time there trying to get in. They're going to try and take the city. And the beloved city, okay? And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. That's the lake of fire, you guys. That's the second death. That it kills even Satan at that point. They're all dead forever after they go through the white throne judgment. But that word breadth was in there, and I wanted to go over that. And if we look at God's people are always encompassed, encircled. They're always put in a corner, and people are trying to kill them. I'll give you 2 quick examples in Sodom. If you go to Genesis 19, verses 4 and 5, it says, and this has happened in Sodom. 2 angels went into Lot's house. And it says, but before they lay down, the men of this city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, of both old and young, all the people from every quarter, the whole Sodom, all the citizens, you guys. And they called unto Lot, and they said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. See, the whole city wanted to have sex with the 2 angels that came into Lot's house. Isn't that sickening? That's what kind of place Sodom was. It was terrible. Just terrible. But I just wanted to show you guys that the wicked encircled and encamped God's church. So, just fascinating. So anyways, one more here. Luke 21:20. It says, and when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know the desolation thereof is nigh. Okay, this one happened back in 66 A.D. when the Roman armies came and they sieged Jerusalem. This is known as the abomination of desolation too. There's a lot that can be said about that. I'm not going to get into that, but I just wanted to show you guys that he's always encircling. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that 144,000. It's the it's the population of the New Jerusalem, all the people, and obviously it's got to be a symbolic number. So, anyways, that's it. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. That blew my mind when I saw that. So, all right. Well, good night, you guys, or good day, and I'll see you guys soon. And God bless.